Is this heaven?
No, it's a podcast. Welcome to the Field of Geeks podcast.
Welcome to Field of Geeks, episode 101. I'm Josh.
I'm Steve.
I'm Mitch.
So we got a lot to talk about today. I'm going to be talking Ant-Man and the Wasp, Spiderman, Birds of Prey, Star Wars Episode 9, Indy 5, RoboCop, Zombieland 2, and much, much more.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Lots more.
Lots more.
And congratulations on reaching episode 100.
Yeah.
We can finally be syndicated.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
I apologize
right.
that I couldn't join last week, but...
That's okay. You're here in spirit.
Yeah.
So,
maybe...
yeah.
Did you have a cardboard cutout of me, or just a really crudely drawn stick figure in the corner?
We just kept saying, "What do you think, Mitch?" And just dead air.
We actually hired a homeless person to come.
Oh,
sit in your
wonderful!
seat.
I like that.
I still have to
Helping
clean that
out
up,
the
by way.
community.
To pay them in night train.
Yeah. So yeah, syndication. I don't know. I think that's Steve's department.
Yeah,
so,
we'll leave it at that.
From
Yeah.
PBS or anybody?
Yeah, I've got a few contacts rolling right now. We'll
TBS
few meetings.
presents. Yeah.
Oh, I thought you said PBS for a second there.
That too. Yeah. Well, you guys
Are we gonna have a Ken Burns?
Low. Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh, Ken Burns.
We're going to have a Ken Burns documentary.
I'd like to do your story. Like, okay.
No, you wouldn't.
Can I have
Make it
Morgan
interesting.
Freeman?
Right.
Can I have Morgan Freeman be my voice?
Yeah. So you sit down and record, and then what? Just talk.
Yeah,
okay. Well, I'm done here.
We make it up as we go.
Goodbye. I'm gonna go talk about Civil War again.
Right.
So we got some flash news items. Indiana Jones 5 has been delayed again and again. 2021, it's going to be coming out if it doesn't get delayed again.
If Harrison Ford is still alive.
He'll be 79.
Yeesh.
Get off my damn plane.
I know, right?
Yeah, he's getting up there.
Yeah, he is. He is. So hopefully he won't do his own stunts. That would be a mistake.
I don't
No.
think he would.
No.
There's plenty of people that are in their 70s and 80s, though, that are still very mobile. And
Well, I was telling Steve like 30, 40 years ago that was a different type.
Oh, my God.
You know, like I told him, like imagine Peter Fonda, the old
Yeah.
Peter Fonda from Golden Pond,
Yeah.
rocking a whip and gun.
I mean, the 80s,
I mean, maybe he was behind the scenes. We don't know.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
the 80s,
Come here,
back in the
James.
80s, you were near death at that point. I mean,
Pretty much. Yeah. Yep. That's true. So, Jonathan Kasdan, he wrote Solo. He's also going to write this film. So I have high hopes because I thought Solo was written
Solo
pretty
was
well.
awesome. Yeah.
It's very good. Top Gun Maverick, they've cast Goose's son, Miles Teller, will play. Mitch approves, you can tell.
well,
Doesn't he
I
look
don't,
like Anthony Edwards and Meg Ryan?
I don't care.
He's adopted.
Just, I know what this is going to be. This is going to be a story about how Tom Cruise's kid joins Top Gun.
Well, it's called Top Gun Maverick. I hope that title changes. It kind of sounds stupid.
And Tom Cruise is going to be the new teacher, and it's going to. I mean, this story has been written 1,000 times, just in different genres. Unless they throw in a wrench or something, and M. Night Shyamalan is writing it.
Maybe Goose didn't die.
Vanity project for Tom Cruise.
Yeah,
That's all it is.
more Scientology money.
Well, hey, that MI6 looks amazing. It's getting great buzz. So I'm pretty
I'm
much
excited about,
anymore.
yeah.
That's
Yeah.
pretty much.
Well, don't get me wrong.
How he makes his money.
I love Tom Cruise films. I
Oh, I
hate
do
him
too.
with
No,
an
yeah.
undying passion. But
Thank you. I think
know.
that's a great
Yeah.
way to explain it. Yeah.
And so
goofy.
and I always want to hate his movies.
Yeah.
And then I always like every single one of them. The little bastard.
He really
But,
commits, and
he's good at his craft. There's no
he's
question
crazy.
about it.
I
Yeah.
mean, he's like invincible. There's a helicopter scene in MI6 where he's maneuvering and he's by himself.
Yeah.
He like learned how to do this. That's crazy.
Yeah, he's,
The insurance companies are like,
Oh, I'm
can't,
sure the
can't.
insurance companies are just like, you're getting close to being non-insurable.
If he dies, your
you don't
movie's
have to
over.
like the guy personally, but professionally, he knows what he's doing. So.
Yeah.
The couch that turned you into not liking him too well. When
No,
was that?
it's just Scientology in general.
Just Scientology. Yeah, I totally get it. I totally get it. Yeah, same with Travolta. His personal stuff. I'm just like,
Yeah, and a lot of his professional stuff isn't
anymore. Yeah.
right.
Well, there's been a lot of. I mean, this is a tangent, but MoviePass has come under fire because I guess that Gotti movie he did was getting sponsored by MoviePass, and so I think MoviePass was tweaking the ticket sales, making it look like it was getting like. Yeah,
Not
like
good.
large numbers viewing. So, yeah, I don't know, that stuff just annoys me a little bit.
Can we just finally admit that John Travolta is bald?
Oh, we know that. Yeah. I don't think he knows that.
No.
You can tell when he has short hair, and then like a week later, he's got long hair. So
Yeah.
And what was
he's got
that?
great wigs.
What was that movie that he was in where he was bald and he had a goatee?
Oh, it was a remake of.
He's got a good bald dome.
Yeah, he does.
It looks good.
Oh, from Paris with Love.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's rocking that really well.
I look good.
I don't know. Let's
Keep
give
him
a call.
bald.
Let's give him a call. Let's
Yeah.
talk him into it.
Kickstarter.
We'll have Steve do it.
I'll call him gladly.
First of all, get out of the church.
You were in Face Off, so you need to chop off at least one of your hands. Okay.
Sequel, hands off.
God. Castor Troy.
He's had the same.
Who comes up with these stupid names?
You ever
for
touch
movies?
your family with that little hand maneuver he does?
Nobody does that. That's just creepy. It's like we need something to make it unique, and then John Travolta's like, "Let me just put my hand in your face."
I wanted to take all the film, the actual film, and the projectors at every movie and just set it on fire with that movie.
That was a John Woo film too. That was a film that Schwarzenegger and Stallone wanted to star in, and John
That
Woo
would've been
said,
crazy.
"John Woo said this will kill your career.
Oh, really?
Will kill your career."
Well, weren't their careers dead at that point?
Nicolas Cage didn't want to do the movie until he found out that he was going to be playing the good guy halfway through it. These are all true
cool.
facts.
That's so terrible.
Doesn't hold up too well. I loved it then, but
I think it still holds up. I mean, it's a
does?
great campy movie. It's
Yeah,
fun to
it's true.
watch on a Saturday, when you wake up and
It's brutally stupid.
that's a hell of a review.
2 words.
I've never heard those words put together like that.
Put that on the poster. Brutally stupid. Field of Geeks.
5 stars.
Yeah.
Brutally stupid.
I like that. So they're like scratch their heads, like, was it good?
Yeah, is that a good thing? Oh, it sure is.
I've heard the new Skyscraper is brutally stupid too.
Yeah, I'm sure it
The
probably
Die Hard
is.
remake, starting the Rock. You know what I'm
Yeah.
talking about?
Why is it that every rock movie I want to hate it, but it's actually good?
Jumanji was amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like The Rock can do no wrong. Even Baywatch.
Yeah,
I thought that was
wasn't too
pretty
bad.
decent.
Yeah, I think it tried too hard to be like, hey, we're gonna be like 21 Jump Street.
It was campy. That's what
Yeah.
it was supposed to be.
Yeah,
And
true.
it did its job.
Yeah.
I liked it. I thought it was funny.
Yeah. Well, I got some more bad news. Venom, that's coming out with Tom Hardy. It's not gonna be part of the MCU.
That's okay.
It's brutally
Put that on the
honest.
poster. That's okay.
Hey, we're coming up with slogans today. This is great.
A lot of good one-liners for people to use.
That's a full-on tater tot.
Not part of the MCU. That's okay.
Right? Yeah, that's okay. Who cares?
I mean, why does it have to be? Then that would be too hard to figure out
I don't
where
have a problem with
yeah.
it. No, I don't have a problem
Yeah, I
with
don't know that it has to be. I mean, the only reason I would like to see it in there is just because Venom and Spider-Man are so interwoven
Yeah.
in the comics that,
It's something the MCU probably couldn't touch. I don't know. Venom's kind of a dark character.
So does that mean that Tom Hardy's, or that the kid who's playing Spider-Man's not going to be in it? Because it was rumored that he was.
I heard he was just going to be Peter Parker.
Yeah.
I think that would have been a nice little Easter egg.
Yeah, it would have
and
been
They
cool.
could explore that or not explore it.
Right.
Not sure what they're doing. Not sure. Maybe he'll turn up and be a surprise. Maybe,
And if he's in it, it's going to really confuse fans if it's not a part of the MCU now.
this could be a misdirect too. you
well,
know?
and it also could be their excuse to make a darker film.
yeah, true.
We're going to make a darker film, so it's not going to be in the MCU, even though the Netflix series are all in the MCU,
Mm-hmm.
and those are not bright, happy, joy-filled.
No. That's gonna be something for them to,
What if this does really well and then they were like, just kidding, it is.
give them
Yeah.
Mikey.
Psych. Gotcha.
I don't see it making $1 billion. I don't know.
I don't
know
either.
if I'll see it making it. I don't know. It looks interesting.
Trailers are looking amazing. Venom, the whole costume design of Venom looks good.
I think it looks fine. Yeah.
Yeah,
A lot of people
I think so too.
are critical of it, but Tom Hardy though, I don't think he'd take it just for a check. I think he's invested.
It's like when everybody found out that Jamie Foxx is going to be the new Spawn, and everybody threw up arms about it.
Well, and he's supposedly not going to be seen much, so I don't know how that works.
Well,
They need a name though.
Al Simmons dies. I
Right.
mean, Spawn exists because Al Simmons is dead.
Yes.
And
Yep.
Spawn's face looks like hamburger meat. And
Right.
So,
Right. Yeah.
It'll be interesting to see.
Kind of looks like Deadpool.
Now, of
Yeah.
course, if Jamie Foxx wants his face out there, I'm sure they'll do a zillion flashbacks just so he can be seen. you
Right.
know? I mean, that's how actors do it.
Oh, they're working
Yeah.
power in there. He's like, just look like how you did before.
Yeah. Like Adam Driver destroys his Kylo Ren mask because, now we can see him at least.
He trips on some acid and just rips off the burnt flesh. and
Right.
He's a baby face again. Yeah. I don't know. It'd be interesting, but
You dump acid on a face to get baby face?
yeah. Well, in that verse, I don't know. I don't know much about it. It's okay.
It's okay.
Johnson & Johnson baby acid.
It's okay.
It's okay.
Got that hamburger meat face going on? Try new Johnson & Johnson baby acid.
No guarantee.
Yeah, right. No promises, sucker.
It's okay.
So get into movie news. Speaking of Spider-Man, the title for the sequel is called Far From Home.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, so I think he's going to go to the UK in this one. They're filming in London currently. Jake Gyllenhaal is going to play Mysterio, who's like, isn't he like an ex-actor in the comics?
I think so. I'm not a big
He's like a
Mysterio
mime
guy.
that can damage.
He's a mime, right.
I'm making that
Which
up.
is perfect for him because he really doesn't have a high or a low when he acts. He's just kind of medium.
I'm just glad because now it means he's not going to be Batman. So
Yes, thank you.
Thank God. Yeah, I did not like
Bye.
that idea. Bye.
Yeah, but Jake Gyllenhaal really would convey the Batman because he really doesn't have much emotion anyway. He's just kind of the medium.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I like Batman's pissed off emotion.
Oh, I do
I
too.
don't think Jake Gyllenhaal can pull that off.
No.
No.
He has that kind of sleepy. It's almost as if he's been, given anesthesia every morning and then released out into the wild.
It's like, what's your demands? I want bat teeth. I
Yeah.
want to just
Right.
get into this character, man. Just like he did for, I never did see it, but it was called Nightcrawler. He lost a shit ton of weight, and he's playing like a photographer, you know, who's on the streets, and he basically starts creating the crime so he can get the pictures.
Yeah.
Never did see it, but it's supposed to be really good. And he brings.
He's
it.
done some good things. I know
Yeah,
that.
he
That
brings
boxing
it.
movie, I know. I
Yeah,
don't remember
Southpaw.
what the,
Yeah, I never did.
I heard
see
that
it.
was good too.
Yeah,
but I never
man, he
did
got
see
in
it.
some great shape for that. Yeah, I'm happy for him to be Mysterio.
Yeah.
I think that'd be great.
And
you
Michael
know?
Keaton's back. So
Yeah, yeah.
What?
I
even
wonder-
better. Yeah.
Really?
As a Vulture, yeah. And who knows? I don't know if he'll break out of prison or whatever.
First Spider-Man villain to return in a movie.
Oh, you're right.
No, the Goblin.
Well, no.
No?
He died in the first one.
Mm-hmm.
He came back in like flashbacks or.
Well, different
It was like
incarnations.
ghosty type, yeah, but it wasn't the same guy. I mean,
True.
yeah.
Oh, I
Norman
see what you're
Osborn
saying.
was dead.
Gotcha.
Yeah. They did that in every Spider-Man movie. He's like, kill the villain.
Yeah.
Good idea.
They're gone. Bye.
Because they're only in one issue of the comics.
Right.
What if it's
There's no
so?
other stories. He's dead.
Yeah.
Burton's like, who's Joker? Let's just throw him off the building. Yeah, so, I think Gyllenhaal will do a good job with that part, and it's nice to see, once again, like the Vulture, a villain we haven't seen on screen, and they can explore more about that and tweak the character. I'm looking forward to it. I love Tom Holland as Spider-Man. I think he does a great job. And,
Yeah, nails it.
and Far From Home could mean so many things. I'm pretty sure Infinity War, all that stuff will be fixed. But it could also mean that, too. He's far from home.
Right.
Will this be taking place after the Infinity War or
Well, yeah,
during?
Avengers 4, whatever
Okay,
it's
so-
called, which that still hasn't been
So then, at
official,
this
I
point,
don't
we
think.
know that Spider-Man's still alive.
Well, he's going to be again.
He gets
Yeah.
fixed from not feeling good.
I mean, I think that's kind of what hurt some of these characters we saw go away, because we know there's going to be a Guardians 3 and a Spider-Man 2 and 3, and So it's like, I mean, it's still effective, but
Yeah, the excuse is it's all about the journey, though.
Yeah, right, exactly.
That's the hard part about making these movies is because you know that there's going to be more, so they're fine.
Yeah.
That's kind of like watching it or waiting till an entire series is done and knowing that these characters are still around because you look at IMDb and how many episodes they're in.
True.
And something happens to them, during the TV show. And you're
Well,
like,
hell,
they're gonna be all right.
if you want the last action sequence in the film to be spoiled, go buy a Lego set or go look at one. And
Right.
That's a great idea. It's like, maybe you should release that after the film.
They need to stop announcing how many films are coming
Oh,
out.
that guy shows up? Oh, okay. How'd you know? Oh, I just went to the toy aisle and found it.
Super duper.
Exactly. So we also got another Spider-Man project coming this year in the fall. It's going to be an animated film. It's Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. Really cool film. It's got Miles Morales in it, who's, a huge fave. And it's also got Spider-Man himself, Gwen Stacy, and Spider-Man Noir. I don't know if that's what you call him officially. But it's basically Peter Parker goes through multiple dimensions, and they all team up, all the Spider-Men.
Yeah.
And Nick Cage is voicing Spider-Man Noir. And I didn't really know about this character.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I did a little research, and Steve can fill in a lot of my blanks because I'm going to have some. It's an alternate 1930s, and he's like a gun-toting Spider-Man pretty much, right?
Yeah.
And like Norman Osborn and stuff like that, they're like crime bosses kind of.
Yeah, it's just kind of like DC does Elseworlds, that sort of thing. It was kind of Marvel's version of that.
I like the costumes. He's like wearing goggles and
looks almost steampunky.
yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
it does look sweet.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. So yeah, Nick Cage, he's kind of having a comeback with the voiceover anyway.
Yeah, good
and
for him.
Yeah, yeah. That's another. We just came up with another one. Good for him.
The reviews are in.
So did
Good
you
for
like
him.
him in it or not? Good for him. It's okay. That's our new rating system.
Good for him.
Yeah, brutally stupid.
That's good.
How come we're not selling these? Because it says brutally stupid. No one knows what it's doing. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, he's voicing Superman in Teen Titans Go.
Yeah.
And I actually did hear his voice as Superman. It's not too distracting.
Well, he finally got to be Superman.
Yeah.
So good
Well,
for
he's
him.
mellow, too.
He's toned down. Okay, good. Well,
He took that wig off, whatever. Man,
Right.
I don't know. Some of that looked like it could get somewhere interesting, but yeah, he needed to take his face off and then put another face on. Put Christopher Reeve's face on.
I'd like to see him starring personality off. Just change him entirely.
It's off Broadway sequel to Face Off.
All right.
It's okay.
It's okay.
Not watching it.
So, is this Nick Cage's comeback, Steve? Good for him.
Good for him.
I'd like to see Nick Cage do improv.
I think he's done it in every movie.
Right.
The script supervisor's like, where's that at?
Right. He's not smart enough to remember his lines, so Nick, just react to things that are going on around you, and we'll work around it. Yeah.
Oh, man, when he's tripping in Face Off in that sink scene, he's like, I'm not me, I'm him.
Oh. I'm losing my appetite.
I know, right. Birds of Prey, guys. Birds of Prey. Nicolas Cage is not in this film. So
Good for him.
looking up, right?
It's cage free.
Another slogan. Damn it, we're on a roll today. That's awesome. Am I gonna like this? It's cage free. Oh, this is awesome.
We should just go to the store and put little stickers of Nicolas Cage where it says cage free.
And then they have like a cage with a red circle line through it.
Or just face being goofy.
Right.
Slashed through. Oh, that's awesome. Every Tom Cruise movie just says Scientology?
Right, yeah.
Question mark.
Good for him.
Starring Zeno.
So yeah, Birds of Prey is starting to film in January, says Margot Robbie. She will be wrapping up Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, the Quentin Tarantino film.
Yeah.
So this will be an R-rated film that will, I think, team up Harley maybe with Katana and all these other characters like Batgirl Oracle? Is that how it goes in the comics?
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, in the day it was Oracle, and then in the New 52, when she kind of got her legs back, she became Batgirl again, and Oracle's kind of done. Now, my understanding is they're not going to have Batgirl in costume in this show.
Yeah, so should it just be Oracle then? Or?
I don't know, man.
Yeah,
that's weird. So I'd like to see Batgirl. Well, I mean,
take a guess who's making this film. WBDC.
Oh, well, yeah. Not a surprise.
Costume? Nah. We don't want that. It's got to be all leather.
Right.
Matrix style. Yeah, that'll be interesting. So, yeah, so they all team up in that comic pretty much?
Yeah, the Huntress, the key players were Black Canary, the Huntress, Batgirl.
Nice.
So...
So Margot Robbie is not playing Harley Quinn.
She is.
Okay.
She's
so
back.
she is. Okay.
Yeah, this will come before Suicide Squad 2, which is said to still be happening, amongst other things that are kind of on the back burner right now.
How's that all going to work when you got a Scorsese Joker story, and then you've got Suicide Squad? Is this another WB fail?
The Scorsese produced film.
Is this not going to be a part of the DC universe?
Right.
Gotcha.
The Joker origin film won't
and that's
be,
good.
Yeah, I don't know. For the main audience, though, there'll probably be a little
that doesn't confuse anybody, does it?
Yeah. Like, Jared Leto's coming out, too? What's going on here?
And what if Joaquin Phoenix does better? Joaquin?
Keen.
That's his future daughter. Isn't it born yet?
Oh, Mitch. There's another tagline for you. Oh, Mitch.
Used to hear that a lot when you were my manager.
That's true. Well, fair enough.
Morning, Mitch.
Oh, Mitch.
Put that sticker on it. All the room copies in the stores.
Right.
Oh, Mitch. Good for him.
Yeah.
Just all the stickers.
Mitch approved.
Cage free.
Yeah.
So this will be written by Christina Hudson. She's writing the new Bumblebee movie coming out, which looks promising. And she's also taking over Batgirl from Joss Whedon.
Oh, good.
So, yeah.
Well, knock on wood.
Whedon free. Who would ever thought we'd be okay with that?
Well, yeah, who knows?
Well, he's doing a new series. This isn't part of the news, but it's an HBO series. So, yeah, see how that goes.
Good job, Whedon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good job.
Good for him. Star Wars Episode 9, they have announced some new cast members. Kerry Russell's returning to the J.J. Abrams verse, if you will. She was on Felicity, and she's done several shows. I think she's on The Americans right now, which is a highly, praised show. And also a huge return of Billy D. Williams. I'm not sure who he's going to play, but...
Yeah, I don't know.
No, of course, Lando
awesome,
Calrissian, man.
I can't wait to see that.
It seems like they're bringing these characters back just to kill them.
Well, it's just people wanted him back, and they wanted him back in all of them.
I think they wanted another tie-in to the old universe, and with Carrie Fisher gone, they
Makes
killed
sense.
off Luke last episode, and so
or did they?
right, but they. Yeah, I think this just ties it together a little bit more and gives someone a familiar face.
I'm for it.
I'm hoping it's not just used as that kind of a device, and they give him something awesome to do in the movie or whatever. I mean, that'd be
right.
That'd be
well,
cool.
there was talk that he was going to be used for that. What was that Casino Planet?
Yeah.
Whatever that was called.
Oh yeah.
He was either going to run that planet or he was going to tell them to go to that planet through that hologram message they got from Maz,
right.
Which looked like a game. It was weird.
Right.
I don't know. There's a lot of... We can't get into that, but I think Lando would have been great running that Casino Planet.
Yeah.
It's just, he would fit right in.
Totally. I mean, he's so ambivalent to good or bad.
But I'm really happy for him to finally return. It's about damn time, and I think Solo's given us a lot more of his backstory, so they could explore that. I think that'd be pretty cool. I could see...
Why can't we get Peter Mayhew outside of costume of Chewbacca?
Who knows? Maybe he has made an appearance. I don't know. If
that'd be kind of a nice nod.
He's not Chewbacca anymore, but...
No, he can't.
He can't be.
Too old, right?
Yeah.
Well, it's his legs. He can't walk.
Yeah. The replacement's pretty good, I think.
Doesn't have that Darth Vader swagger, though. Walking with the hips.
Oh, yeah.
That was
the
weird.
cane's kind of distracting. But I think it'd be a fitting reunion for Lando and the Falcon. Like, it means more now.
Yeah.
And you haven't seen Solo, have you?
No.
You haven't seen it?
No.
Okay. I don't want to give too much away about that, but there's something. It's more than just the ship that's special to him. There's like, let's say the computer is special as well. I don't want to go into spoilers, but basically I think that'd be a cool reunion, and I hope they touch on that,
Yeah, that'd be interesting.
If he goes out, like if they kill his character off, maybe he should die with the Falcon.
Maybe.
Like the Falcon explodes?
Yeah, like I think Return of the Jedi was going to be, the Falcon was going to get destroyed in that, I think originally. And I don't know if he was going to be in it still, because he was flying it. But they didn't do that, obviously. So I wonder if maybe they'll reuse that idea. I don't know. And they could, of course, piss all the fans off, but,
Yeah.
Seems to be the way that they're going.
At this point, I mean, he's up there in age. It's not like he's going to make 5 more films, But it would be a nice end to that character, at least, to have an end. That's kind of like the theme. They're killing off the old people. So, yeah, I'm pretty excited about that. What would you like them to do with his character? Anything in particular?
I really don't know. I mean, I just hope he's used well. Not just kind of a window dressing.
Right.
He's in like a scene or two, and that was it. If they made him part of the an integral part of the story, that'd be sweet.
Sure.
But I mean, Billy D. Williams is awesome.
Yeah, very
and the character was cool, and so who knows?
Sure.
Why not bring back Boba Fett?
I guess in the comics they made him. He didn't die, right?
He didn't die. He escaped the Sarlacc pit, and lived to hunt bounties another day.
But there's other. I mean, there was a whole clone of them. Really, I mean,
yeah. Well, yeah.
Boba and Jango, and
right.
Then his 10,000 offspring.
I think they all.
Well, those were all clone troopers,
right?
Oh, was that one of them?
He raised Boba as his own.
That's right. Yeah. Yep. He wasn't mind controlled,
right? And he wasn't accelerated.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Well, there was talk of a prequel, but Solo didn't.
An unaltered clone for his own. That's what Jango wanted.
Oh. Right.
And so that was what Boba was. Everyone else was just a trooper that can't hit the broadside of a barn.
It's a defect in the cloning process.
Right.
The one and only defect.
Hit me.
It'd be great military people, but they couldn't. Can't really fire very well.
Yeah. Well, I think that's a prequel movie they can definitely to do or a follow up to After Jedi. I mean, that's what Favreau's series is going to pick up between Jedi and Force Awakens. So, yeah, there's lots of possibilities. Let's hope they do something.
Yeah, still fingers crossed on a Boba Fett movie.
And even a Solo follow up probably won't happen, but I really enjoyed Solo.
Oh, it's too bad because it was so good and people just didn't even give it a chance.
No, they did not.
There was too much clout surrounding the whole production of it, though.
Well,
I think that's what the big turnoff was.
Big movies coming out at the same time. It's just it wasn't a good time to release it.
No, we got
Storm.
Yeah,
we
exactly.
Got big box office withdrawal. I mean, first you had Avengers comes out, then you got Deadpool, and then you got Solo
back to back.
I mean, it was just. Yeah. I mean, how. Not that money's an issue, but I mean,
time's an issue too. Yeah.
Time, fatigue.
Yeah.
Yep. Absolutely.
Could have pushed it back until Christmas like they normally do.
I would have preferred that for sure. Zombieland 2, guys. It's been almost 10 years. They have announced they're making a sequel. Original cast is going to return. Woody Harrelson, Emma Stone, Jesse Eisenberg, Steve's favorite, Abigail Breslin. Well, you probably liked him in other things.
Yeah, right? I have, yeah.
Not a big fan of Woody?
Social Network, he was great.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, so they're going to start filming January 2019, and it'll be out October 2019. Looking forward to that. That was it's been a huge want, I think, from the audience since it came out. They were going to do a television show, and it just didn't work out. And it wasn't going to be the original cast. I think they were going to recast those characters, but have the same characters in them. Just, I think it didn't test well, so they just, And then you had the big zombie explosion with
Walking Dead,
and all those great shows. So, yeah, it'll be interesting to see how they pick up, 10 years later. And because Abigail isn't a girl anymore. I mean, she's
right.
She's
a lady.
She's a lady. So, yeah, be pretty cool. Hopefully they'll do it, creatively. They're gonna bring back all the original writers and directors. So, Black Widow. Marvel hasn't made the project official yet, but it is going to, of course, star Scarlett Johansson. A director's been hired, Kate Shortland. She's done the movie Lore and Berlin Syndrome. I haven't seen any of those.
No, neither.
But they, auditioned 70 directors, so
Oh,
I'm sure she's good.
Wow.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
quite a.
That's a lineup.
Yeah, it is. It is. Yeah, it was like Spielberg, Lucas. No, I'm kidding.
Rolling the dice. There's another
Andrew
one.
Dice Clay was going to direct it.
Yeah.
Nicolas Cage, I want to direct. William Shatner. No, I'm just making up shit. Written by Jack Schaefer. And like Captain Marvel, it's going to be a prequel to the Avengers, which I think is fitting.
Sure.
You kind of want to see where she came from. Maybe that whole Hawkeye rescuing her,
Oh, yeah.
meant to kill her,
Yeah.
but he decided to...
Yeah, explore that dynamic more. That'd be kind of cool.
Well, Age of Ultron gave us a nice little look into that in her world. Mm-hmm. And I think I've been wanting to see more of that ever since.
Yeah.
So it's sad it was just like a little sequence, but it was...
Yeah, and Jeremy Renner's been the least involved,
Yeah.
pretty much, in all the crossover stuff.
That'd be great to
so
put him in this
I'd love to
and-
see him back.
I think I don't know if they'd have to de-age him. I think he looks pretty much the same.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think that would be a big deal.
No, I don't think so. I don't think so at all. And man, they can de-age people anymore pretty well. They do a good job. If the money's in it,
Right.
It can be pretty bad too. You ever seen X-Men Origins? Patrick
I
Stewart?
still wasn't sold on Robert Downey Jr.'s
Oh, really?
No.
ironed face. It looks like someone took an iron to his
Oh, in
face.
Civil War
and-
you're talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Steam cleaning there.
Right.
Yeah.
There's not a single pore. There's not, I mean, it was
Yeah.
it was too flawless.
Right.
Ah, yes, my favorite smooth skin.
Maybe they cloned him.
It just looked,
A clone for his own.
it was blisteringly horrible.
Really?
Oh, there's another word.
Write these down.
Yeah, all right. I'll try to
I'm
remember.
gonna get some stickers made. We're gonna paint the town.
Yeah, there we go.
Go over to, like Century Theater.
Yeah.
Just
Burger King. Blisteringly horrible.
What do you give this store? It's
descriptive
okay.
phrases.
Good for them.
Probably gonna get sick.
Call a doctor. Find a bathroom. RoboCop, guys. RoboCop is coming back.
Yay.
An actual sequel to the original film called RoboCop Returns. Neil Blomkamp, who did District 9, Asylum, or Elysium, I'm sorry, and Chappie. I don't think I've seen any of those. I've seen
Chappie
some of-
was the one
I've
with
seen the first two.
Hugh,
District
right?
9 and Elysium
Yeah.
were amazing films.
very good.
Very good. I mean, they're beautifully shot. I mean, the effects were awesome.
And the tech feels real. Like
Yeah, I mean, it was
I like that
it was
practical
sci-fi
stuff.
that was done. It was pretty original,
Yeah.
And it was sci-fi. You don't always kind of get
Yeah.
that,
Right.
Everything's got a Star Wars, Star Trek feel to it, and
Exactly.
stealing from those things, and yeah, this it felt pretty unique. It was cool.
Yeah, I'm excited. He's had a great Alien 5 idea, which they didn't use because Ridley Scott, he did those 2 Alien films that
Yeah.
were okay, I guess, and so that 5 never got made. So, yeah, he's got a project now where he's able to pick up the pieces after the first RoboCop and make it his own. So, yeah, I think he'll do a great job. I didn't see Chappie, but, the like I said, the practical effects he uses and stuff, it just feels real.
Right.
I love that. I love that, aspect. Like J.J. Abrams does that, in his films. And just, you feel like,
It's fresh,
This all could
it's a
exist.
fresh
It's fresh,
take, yeah.
yes. Yep. It's going to ignore all the other sequels, obviously. And it's based off some unused ideas for RoboCop 2, the original RoboCop 2 screenplay, which was affected by the '88 writers' strike.
Oh,
and that's how we got Frank Miller on board to do 2 and 3. I think he was on as a waiver.
Yeah.
I don't know all that lingo, but I guess it's just a workaround for the strikes. But of course, the original film was came out in 1987, directed by Paul Verhoeven, and it starred Peter Weller's RoboCop.
Yeah.
So we were just
And
talking
Red
about,
Foreman.
yes, Clarence Bodiger, played by Kurtwood Smith.
Yeah.
One of the best villains ever on screen.
Just amazing.
I really put him on the map. And,
You really hated that guy.
oh yeah, but it was so refreshing to see him on a '70s show, though.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
just being funny.
He was amazing.
Yeah, his chemistry is just it's fantastic. Yeah, the original film, it tackled real issues underneath the main attraction, which was RoboCop. Like they talked about, the consumerism, materialism. They basically took like the '80s and they put it on steroids,
Yeah.
pretty much, and just I don't know. 2 kind of carried that over a little bit, but I imagine this one will get back to that. You know, there's like a subplot. And going back to the 2014 remake, it kind of had some stuff going for it, which I admired. I liked the technology. I thought that was great. Yeah. It probably should have just been like a continuation of that universe. You know, like a lot of these reboots anymore should really just honor what came before. It was still cool. Michael Keaton was in it. All-star cast. That, yep. Not a terrible film at all, really. It was just different. Yeah. And it's kind of distracting. They would use like the original RoboCop theme, but it just didn't match. Right. You know, it just felt off.
Yeah, it's kind of like, eh.
Yeah, it's like, well, yeah, why don't you come up with a new theme? You know, Batman Begins it a little bit, will you? I don't know. But, yeah, I think we were talking about de-aging. I think you could take Peter Weller, put him in a motion cap suit, and just de-aging, like, his actual face, you know.
He's still a pretty strong actor. He was in Longmire as a character, as a recurring character. Yeah. And was he was awesome. Yeah. I mean, you know, he was just kind of a jerk, and... You know, he really showed off some pretty cool acting chops.
Star Trek Into Darkness too. Yeah, he's still got it.
He's still got it. You know, he's doing his thing.
I mean, you're not doing a whole body thing, so I think they should just. I think I'd really.
It would be
fans.
cool.
I think it would be awesome,
especially just for the voice's sake. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
Well, like when he wears the helmet, he just got this part of the face, but then he'll take the helmet off, and that's easy. It's like a bald face with no eyebrows or anything. Like you could totally make that work.
And he was so funny. Mm-hmm. He was so funny in RoboCop. I mean, I know it was trying to be serious to some degree, but it was still a great, funny movie.
And it was the 80s. I mean,
yeah.
If there wasn't cheese in the 80s, there wasn't anything, you know.
And if they do bring back RoboCop with Peter Weller, they need to have the blacked out Ford Tauruses from that era still around.
That'd be interesting. How, because I could see them doing I don't know if they'll pick up, like, it is a sequel to the original, but is it actually, like, in that same decade, or is it going to pick up like
later on?
Blade Runner for 2049 did,
right?
Which I think was great.
Oh,
you know, they took all those original.
I've seen that Blade Runner movie now like at least 10
beautiful.
times. Yeah,
it's beautiful.
It's awesome.
Yeah, and the story I guess is kind of simple, but it's such a nice. It's just great to look at.
It's great to look at.
Yeah,
and you know, I mean,
and the music.
Awesome.
They have the same music.
Yeah,
pretty much.
Yeah,
so they could definitely do that with RoboCop because there's a lot of themes they could reuse.
Right.
And I hope they do that. Just tweak the looks. That's pretty much what they did for 2049.
Yeah.
You know, the old cars and stuff. They just tweak the looks, the guns, all that stuff.
Oh yeah.
I could see them tweaking a Ford Taurus.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe Ford will make a comeback with the new Taurus line of cars.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, the Taurus is being made still again.
Is it?
Yeah.
Ford stopped making cars.
Well, they did. I'm sorry.
Focusing on SUVs.
Yeah, you're
more, right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, maybe they'll bring it back. Who knows? But that would be cool. Good for them. You know? I don't know. So yeah, looking forward to that. I think it's a great idea, honestly, and hopefully they can, you know, make it work. And make a true follow up to the original. So we got some TV news, Steve. Jessica Jones season 2.
Yeah. So my wife and I just finished watching that just earlier or last week at some point. Phenomenal. I mean, she is an amazing actress. What's her name?
Oh,
Ritter. Something Ritter.
Yeah, Kristen Ritter.
Yeah. She's but man, I'll tell you, that show is not for a lack of, you know, how screwed up she is. I mean, she's just, and there's really no main villain per se. Mm-hmm. You know, it's not like there was a Kilgrave and there was a set bad guy. This has multiple kind of things that have happened to her. It really fleshes out her past.
Nice.
A ton.
Really?
Her mom's in it, and she's kind of a villain.
Oh, okay.
And so the interplay between that relationship is just crazy. And
nice. And
the supporting characters all shined through it. Carrie-Anne Moss, she was awesome this season. You know, she's done a fine job in the other stuff that she's been in.
Sure.
But she really, really knocked it out of the park this season, and that was a damn good run this series was.
That's
great. There's a couple in there that I would say, you know, throw an Emmy at that, you know,
really?
particular episode or maybe that character. Yeah, I mean, it was just really well acted. You know, it was good stuff. It was hard to not binge it. We watched it probably over the course of a month. And we could have easily knocked that out in 2 days. It was so good, but I hate doing that. I'd like to let it settle.
Yeah,
but
that's smart. That's a
great show. I can't recommend it highly enough.
You like it better than the season 1, or just
I
about
do
the
like
same?
it better than season 1. Yeah,
Because season 1 had to set up her. Whole
it set it
story.
up, but it was in season 1 was phenomenal too. I mean, you
like
had
season
Luke
1, yeah.
Cage, you had David Tennant as Kilgrave, and
he was great.
Yeah, I mean, there was a lot of great things in season 1, but season 2 was just it was phenomenal. Because I went in thinking, oh man, season 1 was strong. How do you?
Yeah,
It's kind of hard to top that guy, but man, they did it, and they did it not following the conventional formula.
Nice.
Of one bad guy to go after all the time.
Yeah.
So that was super interesting.
do they at all talk about what happened in the Defenders?
They don't really mention that at all.
Okay. Just
You
curious.
get a mention or two of like Danny Rand.
Okay.
There's a mention.
Yep.
You saw Foggy a couple times.
Great.
So I mean, it's still tie-in, but
Sure.
it didn't really address anything from before. There was a lot of addressing of Kilgrave.
Sure.
So yeah, that was pretty sweet.
That's excellent. Yeah, you got Luke Cage out there, season 2 as well.
That's next.
Yep.
On my
And
list.
Daredevil season 3 is going to be dropping, I don't know, I imagine this year sometime?
I hope so.
Yeah.
And then Punisher season 2, bring it.
Oh, yeah. That's going to be fun.
They're killing it.
Yeah.
I can't wait for Punisher to come out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. That
gonna be
was
awesome.
That was great. Yeah,
So
totally.
yeah, good show. Watch it.
Excellent.
If you don't watch it, I'm
Steve
gonna
will
cry.
come find you.
Yeah.
Put a brutally stupid sticker on your forehead.
Right. If you don't watch it, you're brutally stupid. How's that?
That's nice. So, going right back to Steve Comics.
Yeah. So we lost a great last week, Steve Ditko. He and Stan Lee are really known for creating Spider-Man, and Steve Ditko was also in there with Doctor Strange, creating him. He's done a ton of work. He just missed World War II in 1945 because he graduated high school, but he joined the Army in October, and he was like a comic strip artist for the Army.
Really?
So I mean, he was putting that skill to use. One of his favorite things in the world was Batman comics from the
Nice.
old days, and Jerry Robinson, who, as we all know, created the Joker, Robin, big artist of Batman in the 40s and 50s. He had his own school, and so then in 1950, after Ditko was out of the Army, he went to that school to learn under Jerry Robinson, and the rest is history. So, but he's done a ton of work. He was very big into creator rights. So, I mean, he didn't stay at Marvel like his entire career, like a Stan Lee type situation.
Sure.
He went to DC for a while. Charlton Comics did a lot of independent stuff throughout the years, and yeah, he was a legend. So
Nice.
yeah, good stuff. It's too bad that he's gone, but that's what happens when you get up there. That's
In the 90s.
None of us escaped this one.
No.
But
No,
he
we don't.
he was a legend, and he had such a great artistic style.
Sure.
And it was instantly recognizable, kind of like Jack Kirby's was instantly recognizable. Ditko's work, I think, was a little more subdued than Jack Kirby's, but it fit the characters that he worked on. Like Doctor Strange is an example. Ditko was the one who really formulated that whole crazy dimensional, weird stuff.
Yeah, trippy.
Almost a psychedelic feel to it.
Yeah.
and which they used in the movie.
Yeah, they did.
I mean,
They did.
so it's quite the nod, to that artistic influence. So, yeah,
great.
he was a great artist. He'll be missed.
It's unfortunate they didn't really mention him much in all these movies they've done. Or
Right.
maybe had cameos. I know that's Stan Lee's thing, but who knows? Maybe he didn't want to do a cameo or...
But, people talk about how Stan Lee is always taking credit and blah, 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 and maybe he shouldn't. Well, the minute Ditko wanted a creation credit on Spider-Man, Stan Lee gave it to him.
Yeah.
Didn't even hesitate.
Yeah.
you
Right.
know? And this is way back in the 60s,
Right.
So it was, Stan Lee gets a little more credit, I think, than he does. He doesn't get as much credit as he deserves sometimes, is what I was trying to say. But, yeah, so, it was he was a legend.
Well, and, he always talks about who helped create certain characters, so he's not always like, it's all me.
Yeah, and he's never been like that. you know?
I don't think he wanted to
people
be like
read
Bob
into
Crane.
that too much.
Yeah,
Right. Yeah, Bob Kane is a perfect example of
The whole
that.
Bill Finger
Bill Finger. Yeah, that was horrible. And But yeah, Steve Ditko and Stan Lee, we know he's up there.
Yeah. Well, and he's not having a good end so far. Not to say his ending is coming, but a whole,
Well, he dropped the lawsuit against POW Comics, and it seems like right, and it seems like he's kind of reconciling with those guys, and so who knows? Maybe he'll go out with a bang, but.
Just sad. It just feels like it's elder abuse.
It does.
And it's like, and he's such a big figure.
You'd think
goes to show you, no one's really safe. You gotta watch your ass.
Right, and he's just such a nice, down to earth guy too. Yeah. Anyway, I mean, he's I don't think he was as guarded. Mm-hmm. A lot of celebrities are guarded and whatnot, but I don't think he ever saw himself in that light, and so he was,
I think when his wife passed, it seems like when everything started going downwards.
There was a Stan Lee appearance in Jessica Jones.
Nice.
Oh, is there?
Not him per se. He was on a bus.
Nice.
A picture of him on the side of a bus or something.
Gotcha,
maybe the back of the bus, but
kind of like what they did with Deadpool, that big banner.
Yeah.
It was really cool. It was
nice.
Maybe they're transitioning to that just as a way to keep him in the movies. Like once he passes, will they still do like banners?
That's a good question. I
don't know. I don't know if this is true. I heard they filmed a lot of different stuff with him.
Yeah,
to get it in.
I heard that too.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So just in case,
That'll be interesting. Like, is he just like? Is there a green screen? Because like, you got to insert him somewhere.
Right. I don't know.
They haven't built sets yet for all these movies.
I know. Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, for the most part, he's just doing little things like outside of the realm of what's going on. So, it could just be him in passing. But then again, once he passes, does his kids want him in the movies still?
And they probably, and of course, they could always put him in the background of films too.
Sure, yeah.
Just move him to the background. It's kind of like, where's Waldo?
Right,
Where's Stan? There he is.
We'll probably get to a point now where it's just like a figurine of Stan Lee in the background.
Yeah, just right there. Yeah.
Kind of like George Lucas. Oh, there's George Lucas.
He's in a stormtrooper outfit.
Yeah.
What's going on there? Yeah.
That's a hefty stormtrooper.
Watching a pod race.
Good for him.
Canto Bite. That was a Casino Planet. Canto Bite.
Canto Bite, right? Yeah.
A lot of people were talking, when that vibration happens in the casino.
Yeah.
And people were like, what the hell is that? And they go out there and they find it's like these horse creatures. Would have been cool for pod racing.
Yeah, that would have kind of been all right.
I think that was one of the highlights I thought of. I mean, not the audience and spectator part,
right?
But the racing itself.
I thought the racing was. I thought the effects were really sweet, and the pod racers were cool, and it was just a poor movie.
Yeah.
It was cool things sandwiched in crap, basically. You know,
it's a crap sandwich.
And back then, everyone was like,
yeah.
I have to like this. I'm gonna go see it again.
Yeah, like it's like you're putting in some really delicious roast beef, but you're just surrounding it with turds.
Turds, yeah.
Or a brioche bun.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, that's okay. Roast beef's in there. Yeah. It's in there. Yeah.
Or you're trying to call it artisanal.
Yeah. A lot of brushing of the teeth.
So that's what it takes.
Let's just stop. I mean, anytime you call food that, it's time to knock it off.
My gosh, could you imagine a peanut butter and jelly sandwich being called artisanal?
I can't imagine it. I mean, our society is done. It's doomed.
It's beautifully stupid.
Brutally.
Artisanal.
That should be another slogan. Our society's done.
Yeah.
This is a Disney film. Our society's done.
I like the phrase artisanal stabbing.
It was done with flair.
Right.
We're coming up with a lot of great ideas. We're going to have to call the patent office after this.
Artisanal.
Artisanal. I like that.
Seems like a fast food place uses those words just to make it sound like, we put some more thought in this than normal.
Yeah, it'll sound good.
Yeah, it's more.
That's all it means. Yeah.
It's like cut the peppers.
Yeah, we're using red onions.
Got you there.
They're healthier.
They're artisanal.
And real beef. What the hell were you using before?
Horse. Burger King and
whatever we could find outside.
Yeah.
Jethro's scraps.
Oh God, yeah.
There was a time that they were using horses, obviously, for horse meat, and then they banned it. Well, once that happened, there was such an overabundance of horse that people were just getting them for free. Like, you didn't have to pay for a horse. You could just get one.
Just had to take care of it.
Yeah.
Which is probably why they just probably made it to glue or whatever.
Artisanal
I'm
horse.
lost. I think
Yeah, that's all
I think
right.
I started spacing off, and I don't know where we're going.
Artisanal.
My bad.
It's a horse show. Want a horse? I saw Ant-Man and the Wasp, so I'm going to give a spoiler-free review on that. No one else here saw that, right?
Nope.
Nope. Nope, not yet.
Only spoilers I'm going to give you is Ant-Man and the Wasp are in this film.
Damn.
Way to screw it up for me.
I'm sorry.
Thanks.
Darn it.
I'm sorry. So this takes place 2 years after Civil War, so it fills in the gaps very nicely, I think. It's just a fun, simple film that, it balances several characters, new characters, and, of course, new elements as well. The only bad thing I would say about the film is, and it's not really that noticeable, like, you get enough of these new characters, but, you kind of want a little bit more, but they're just balancing so many different...
Yeah.
And this might be kind of a spoiler thing, but there's really not a centralized villain.
Yeah.
It's just
cool.
Several... I don't know.
Busy?
It's busy, but it's good. It's good busy. It's not,
Yeah.
It doesn't feel like it's falling apart or anything.
But you know what? I like that. Shake up the traditional formula, you know? I mean, it's... Because it's getting a little dated,
Right,
I mean,
right. Yeah, and
so that's
Ant-Man's,
awesome.
Ant-Man's more of a comedic Marvel film, and it's just a fun film.
Well, yeah, and I whine about the light tone, but that's a film that should have the lighter tone, that kind of a deal.
Yeah.
I loved it. I mean, I didn't see the first Ant-Man in the theater because I'm like, oh, God, this is going to be idiotic. But it was amazing. I loved it.
Yeah.
I went out and bought the DVD after I Redboxed it.
Yeah.
That's how much I liked it.
Yeah, it's a good fun film. I took my 10-year-old to see it because you can take your kids to see it. It's really doesn't have too many bad elements. The first one might actually be a little bit more adult than this one was, but that still it doesn't take away anything from the film. It's the heist element's gone.
Yeah,
but that's fine. You
right.
can't
you
do
had
that
it in the
every
first
film.
one. That's fine.
And they brought Scott's gang back, and there's an interesting way how they brought him into the story. I was afraid, because they were going to give you more Michael Pena, and he's a great actor and everything. I just didn't want it to be
Scientologist.
Is he?
What?
Really?
I'm gonna scratch that off my list here. Son of a bitch.
Sorry.
There goes one.
Good for him.
Good for him.
He's in it again, and it's fine. It's fine. It didn't bother me. I was afraid it was gonna make an overload.
Yeah.
Some people might view it that way, but that whole group, it's T.I. and David Smolchin, who he was the creepy dude in Dark Knight who got captured by Harvey Dent and put in an alleyway with the coin. Very good actor. I'm happy for him to get the spotlight. He plays as like this Russian guy. And funny story is him and Paul Rudd are from the same area, which is Kansas. But Paul Rudd the whole time when they were filming the first one thought he was really Russian.
Oh.
So when he broke that accent, and then they found out, oh my God, we're from the same place.
Yeah, that's funny.
It's really cool.
He's done a couple Christopher Nolan projects, I think, that actor, aside from Dark Knight.
He shows up in a lot of things. I think he was in Gotham for a little bit. He's all over the place, which is great for him. I think he's a great actor.
Good character actor.
Yeah, very good. And, he can be very creepy, or like this character is really, it's a fun character.
Yeah,
and
good.
So, the film itself is a culmination of, it's like adventure, discovery, a lot of conflict, of course. It's kind of a road picture in a way, even though you were not really going all over the country or whatever, I thought Lawrence Fishburne did a pretty good job. He played Dr. Bill Foster, who is the original Giant Man, I believe, in the comics. He went by the name Goliath, I think. They do talk about that project he had with Hank Pym in this film.
Yeah.
It's referenced a little bit. Evangeline Lilly plays the new Wasp. She was in the first one. Fantastic actress. She was in Lost. She did a great job in this film.
It's good to see her back.
Mm-hmm.
And
a bigger character,
Yeah.
too.
I heard she really stole a lot of scenes she was in. I haven't seen it, but I heard that.
Yeah, no, she
almost did a couple times in the original.
Yeah.
she's center stage in a lot of the movie, to be honest. Just fantastic. She really committed to it. Some people are saying, because this is the first female comic character to get a title. I guess you could count Elektra.
Like a co-lead. Well, yeah.
Or a Catwoman, but this is different. Yeah.
At least in the modern cinematic universe, right?
So it's like, she beat Black Widow to it. And, came after Wonder Woman. But still, yeah, she's on the title. Some people have complained like, oh, it's still a Paul Rudd film. And I'm like, well, it's Ant-Man and the Wasp. It's not the Wasp.
Right.
If it was the Wasp, yes, I understand that criticism. But we like Paul Rudd, and he's Ant-Man. We need to have him in the film.
Don't take away my reason to complain. Stop it.
I
have to be outraged.
I like Paul Rudd. He's kind of had an interesting career.
So funny. Like
he
started out kind of like a serious dude.
Well, and then he had these little, teenage hits. Clueless, he was in, obviously,
but you never knew he was like funny until
like a good actor.
Like Anchorman.
Anchorman was great.
Yeah,
he's awesome.
He's very funny.
Good to see him finally get something big.
Yeah, and he's a superhero now. I mean, that's fantastic. So
I Love You, Man. Very underrated movie.
Yeah, that is a good film. That is a good.
Yeah. Very good.
I think that's on Netflix right now. If you want
is
to
it really?
Yeah, I think so.
Is that the one with Jim Carrey?
No, it was him and Jason Segel.
Oh, yeah.
Lou Ferrigno's got a cool part in that.
So are we hanging out? Yeah.
Role models.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
He's in great stuff.
He is. Hannah John Kamen, she plays Ghost. She was in Ready Player One. She's a really good actress. I think she did a great job. Again, didn't get too much of her character, but she looked great in the costume, and the backstory was good. A lot of backstory in this film. It really expands Hank Pym's life, what transpired, and kind of like his shortcomings. He's kind of caused some of this to happen. Of course, they're trying to rescue Janet Van Dyne, who's played by Michelle Pfeiffer. She's his wife that went into the quantum realm. In the first one, they thought it was impossible to get her back. So there is a race to get her back while all this other stuff's happening. You got Walton Goggins. He's playing this like sleazy tech dealer, and he's on to them, and he wants the tech, of course. So it's just kind of like a cat and mouse chase, but there's like several things going on. It's really cool, and the tech. The PIM tech, they've really tweaked and made it, interesting in different ways. Like they have cars that can shrink and expand. They took that idea, that concept, the first one, they amped it up, and it's really
that's cool. It
is cool. It is cool. So yeah, it was great. I thought it was fantastic. It's a nice filler between Civil War and Infinity War. It's just a fun film, and I hope it gets better traction. It seems like it. I mean, it was number one, but it wasn't like huge numbers, I don't think. But it might just be at time of the summer where it's just kind of like dead zone a little bit.
Yeah, and we've had all this year Black Panther, Deadpool, Infinity War, Solo. I mean, there's been a zillion films.
It's great, but it's
great, but
it's a side effect.
If you're not spacing them out a little bit, you're gonna get fatigued. I get it.
Yeah, it's definitely worth your time, I think, and your money. Go see it. I would love to see it again. I might. We'll see, but finding the time.
Yeah,
but
that's tough.
Yeah, and my 6 is next one I'm going to see, and I can't wait to talk about that. And of course, our next show we're going to be talking San Diego Comic-Con. What went down there? Supposed to be a lot of fun, interesting things.
Yeah,
I heard that they're going to have a Taco Bell themed Demolition Man restaurant inside.
Oh, cool!
So that'd be pretty cool because that anniversary's coming up of Demolition Man. Yeah, I wonder if the portions will be the same like they were in the film. Like little portions, like here you go.
I saw Red Sparrow last night.
Okay.
Yeah, man, what a good movie that was!
Was it awesome?
Yeah.
And I saw that in the theater. It was great.
I'm surprised that movie didn't get more traction. I was thinking about it, and there were a couple times where I was like, okay, did we really need this big of an actress in the movie, or could it? Because it seems like it plays a lot like The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. Like you could have had a real big no name in it, and done really well. But overall, I thought the movie was great. It wasn't like a quick one. It played out well, and the pacing of it was great.
Atomic Blonde kind of vibe, or a little different.
A little
different.
Well, it was pretty much a Black Widow film, kind of, wasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it was really sweet. I mean, it was a movie that's based off of kind of real things that the Russians do.
Okay,
which is
that program's
messed up.
Pretty, wow. It's based off of a real program.
Crazy. Yeah. Does it take place in the past or present?
No, it's in the present, but it does. It's not like about one person in history, but it's. It's about
They're kind of
their whole deal, what they do and how they do it. And
a lot of action in the film, or is it mostly just drama or intent?
It's an intense spy thriller.
It's a good way to say it.
Cool. Yeah, I need to check that out.
Definitely check it out.
Just go buy that.
Yeah,
from Family Video.
We got it over at Target for like $12, I think, on Blu-ray.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Nice.
Sweet.
You also saw Jurassic World.
Yeah, Jurassic World.
Lost Kingdom.
Yeah, it diverges away a little bit from the whole island thought. Most of it is okay. I'm trying to think. Have you guys seen it?
I've seen
You
it.
have,
Yeah.
Steve? All right. I'm trying to think what was in the trailer and what wasn't. So, obviously, I think the trailer states what's happening. They need to take the dinosaurs off the
Pretty
island.
much gives away the whole movie, I think.
Nah, yeah, a little bit, yeah. And I mean, you have a nice cameo by Goldblum coming back. I liked it because it wasn't your typical, hey, we're on the island, now we have a problem with dinosaurs, let's get off. It was more of a, behind the scenes stuff where they're talking about, John Hammond, the original guy who brought it, and how they got it, and what was it? D.B. Wong was back in it again.
Yep,
Yeah.
he was in Jurassic World. They
Yeah.
expanded that character a great deal.
What
He was
a
only in the
weird
first
way to bring
Jurassic
him
Park.
back, though. Like
As a villain?
Yeah, why bring him
Mad
back as a
scientist,
villain?
if you will.
Yeah,
Probably the only way they can make it interesting. I don't know. I mean, who knows? Maybe in Jurassic Park he was actually a good guy, and then over time, out of like needing money and all that stuff, they just wooed him, and he just became this character. I don't know.
it is sad.
God
though.
forbid they flush that out, though.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. But
You make the call.
Yeah.
there was one sad scene in there, and I won't give it away. But
I think I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
I thought it wasn't campy at all. I thought it was really good. Definitely something, if you haven't seen it in theaters, make sure to rent.
Yeah, I liked it. I was not really happy to go see it. I just kind of tagged along with some friends to see it. But yeah, I was pleasantly surprised. I think I liked the first one better.
Yeah.
This did feel like a big retread of Lost World to me.
A little
Even though
bit,
it
yeah.
was, I mean, obviously different in parts. Some of the mythology was changed or added, I guess you could say.
I would say added.
Yeah. And I don't know if it was kind of necessary. I don't know. Some of the elements in there were just kind of like odd to me, but I guess it was kind of cool to see.
Kind of fleshed out a lot of the backstory more.
A little bit, yeah. A lot of cliche moments.
T-Rex is always going to be in every single Jurassic Park movie.
I like that, but it kind of seems like these dinosaurs are becoming domesticated. Like the T-Rex isn't going to eat us. He's going to eat this dinosaur for us. There obviously is scenes where it comes close to eating them, but some of the other dinosaurs, like Blue's, like Chris Pratt's dog, kind of.
Yeah,
What's up,
a
Blue?
domesticated velociraptor. Here's
I'd take one.
Want to pet him?
Yeah, so here's the thing.
Get a muzzle.
Yeah.
that I've had a problem
Claw
with
it.
in the entire movie, right? The pterodactyls, the ability to fly. Mm-hmm. They didn't touch on it in the first movie because I think they got it. They have the ability to fly. They can fly off the island. Why haven't they talked about this in all the other movies?
Well, the island is so remote, though, that they don't have anywhere else to fly to. They don't have the stamina to get from point A to point B. I made that up
That
completely.
makes sense.
I made it up.
But
Dude, you
I
could
mean,
have wrote the damn movie.
but I
He's
mean,
a writer. He's a writer.
But I don't know, man. I mean, I thought the same thing.
they've never touched on it, and now they.
I think the original, and I could be remembering this wrong,
The
but
third one's going to be more like the second movie with Jeff Goldblum.
the original one ended and they're flying off in a helicopter, I think. They look out the window, and I think they see birds flying with the sunset.
Yeah.
I thought that would have been a cool ending to have pterodactyls flying, but
Yeah.
I don't know. There's a lot of things, and not to get into spoilers, but oh my gosh, they really have a lot to tackle for the third film.
They do.
think. So it's going to be very interesting.
Stateside.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh gosh. Yeah. So, and maybe we'll get more characters from the original. I hope we do. I would like to see Dr. Grant again and Lauren Dern's character.
Well, we're never going to get to see the guy who said "clever girl" and "shoot her."
Well, the original sequel to Jurassic Park, Samuel L. Jackson's character lived.
Oh yeah, that's
Crazy.
right.
Like I never read the book, but I just heard from other people, and maybe they were BSing me. But supposedly he gets like a robotic arm because his arm got away, but his arm didn't.
He got away, but his arm didn't.
It's Bluetooth. Yeah.
Arm tooth.
Arm.
God dang it! I hate this heck of crap. He leaves his arm there.
Maybe. Oh, dude, bring back William Knight, Newman.
Oh, Newman.
Dennis
we didn't see him
Nedry?
die, did we?
Yeah, we
Saw
did.
blood, but maybe he killed the dinosaur.
Yeah, we didn't see the
But he got
technical death, but it was very implied.
Yeah, I mean, he got spit in the face by that dinosaur.
He's gonna come back. He's just got like nubs and everything.
Yeah.
I survived.
His face is like half melted off. I don't know, who knows?
I'm the villain.
Just needs some of that Johnson & Johnson baby acid, and it'll be smooth face again.
Jerry.
Newman.
Yeah.
Yeah. That,
3/4 of a Newman.
Didn't Jurassic World? Wasn't there a scene where you saw the shaving cream can? Like you.
Yeah, there was.
you
I think
missed
there
it?
was a nod.
I
Yeah,
never did see it, but.
Yeah.
Maybe
Barbasol
it's
still
still
comes
there.
in the same damn can as it did in 1991. It does.
True.
That'd be a nice prop for my room down here.
Barbasol.
Yeah, except I'd have to like empty it. Probably it'd explode one day all over my stuff.
Yeah.
That's the best shaving cream out there, though.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Well, this is sponsored by Barbasol.
And Jack Link's Little Chub.
Oh God.
Oh,
Mitch.
Oh, geez. Well, we want to remind everyone out there to check us out on all social media. Listen to us on Podbean, iTunes, Stitcher Radio, YouTube, Spotify, and, of course, fieldofgeeks.com. Steve, plug your blog, man.
StevesComicBlog.com. Easy to remember.
Heck yeah.
It's a good blog.
Yes, yes. A lot of new reviews. He's going to use those new catchphrases for.
Yeah, that's
It's
actually
okay.
a good excuse to dust off the blog. So, that might be fun. But,
Dude, you should. You should just, like, start watching movies. And
Beautifully
like,
stupid.
Siskel it, but make it interesting. You know?
Right.
Like, good for them.
Yeah.
I don't know
for
what that
them.
means.
Yeah.
Good for them. Go watch it. I don't know. So, yeah, we'll be back for 102. I'm Josh.
I'm Steve.
I'm Mitch.
Take care.